All right, we're live, and so yesterday, I'll just do a recap of yesterday, and hopefully this chat works and I can see it. All right, so I'm just gonna do a recap of yesterday, and if my audio is bad, just let me know in the chat. So yesterday I didn't post when I was streaming. I didn't post what I was thinking for this game, and I had Pirates money line, and I was thinking they could cover because on this chart, this was the chart for the game. So we had the APOF here and the moon here, so that's like a double, right? It's usually a lock when this is happening, and and it was a double, so I thought you could do like a reverse cover, and it didn't happen, but that's okay. And so Pirates money line, and then on my live stream plays, I had the Reds, and they were like kicking ass at the beginning, and then they just collapsed. And I started to get an idea of what to. Okay, so like this one had Venus is on the 7th, so when I did the Phillies one here, I searched my Discord and then I adjusted, right? Because I was gonna go for the dog, but because I adjusted because I searched my Discord to see what actually happened in the past, we got the Phillies. And then now because I have this as documented and I have it on the mind more that I'm speaking it out loud when I'm doing these streams, that I think that from now on when Lord 7 is on its own cusp, that it means that the favorite could win. And then for this one, it was just the underlying Moon Square Lord 7, and I thought it would help the Marlins to win, but because it was non-isolated games, it it's running through the back of all games, and so like the Phillies didn't lose, right? It still had the same thing. Well, they had the Moon on tour, so I didn't look at every single game, but if there was a default chart, then I'm wondering, because this would have been Moon Square Lord 7, but it's happening in all the games. But then if you remove that, then it's just a default chart. So the underlying tone might not work for uh, the outcome of all the outcome of a non-isolated game. I wish it would say how many people are viewing. Okay, so then and then I posted another one in just to my Discord, and it wasn't on the stream, and that one came through, and it was for the Mariners. They had this Antisha of the Moon inside the 7th. So just like that one I showed you from the earlier game, it was the bodily mood and the Antisha of the part of fortune that caused the win for who was playing. I can't remember. The one I just showed you, the Pirates. And then also in the games yesterday, it happened in the same chart. I didn't post it, but I knew it was in this chart that the Orioles were underdogs and they had the exact same chart as the one I just showed you. This one. And they won. So I was kind of hesitant on posting it. That's why I didn't post it, but it came through. So it's just good for me to know that that was the case. And then for this game that's on right now, I just have the Cubs. And because they're minus like 225, I was not bothering really. So maybe I can do scoring plays while we're live here. But we'll see. And then I'm just going to view my channel on my phone here. Hold on 1 second. I'm wondering if I'm live because it shows that I'm not on my phone. YouTube doesn't have like all the kinks like ironed out really well with their whole system. 1 second. Okay, it's showing I'm live and two watching now. One of them has to be me. Yeah. I'm live and two watching. Yeah, and I turned up the volume. Thanks, Roger. See, I turned up the volume on my mic. I think it sounds way better now. So yeah, because it was kind of like I had to have it when I was re-listening to it. I had to have it all the way up on volume and to hear it. Okay, so then I'm gonna look at the Toronto game here. Whoops, what happened here? So the Toronto game starts at 3:07 in Toronto. So if you want to do this yourself, you can go to astro-seek.com and then look for the traditional astrology calculator. And then you just put in the, the date, the time of the game, the location, placidius houses, check all these. This is not going to be checked, so you click that and check this one. And then if the sun is set, then you click this. So right away I notice is that this moon is right here. This is like the other game, right? That I just showed you that came through for the Pirates. It's a bit far. So we have 327 and 150. So you got to do the math. It has to be within 2 degrees. And then if there's any delay, it can pull it away from there. And so just do the math. Whoops. So you would do 327 minus 150 to get the degree. But because 27 is a lower value than 50, you have to make this 2 degrees, 60 minutes, and then add 60 minutes. So it would be 87 minutes. So 2 degrees or 87 minutes minus 150. Sorry, minus 1.50. So this is a degree and 37 minutes away. So this should be pretty good for the underdog, the Rangers. So let me know what you're thinking in the chat before I said all this. If you were already on the Rangers, let me know. Sagittarius rising is pretty reliable. It has been. Sorry, just gotta end my work break here and then go to my paid break. One moment. So yeah, it just looks like the underdog should win here. My only concern is that its distance is a little bit far. I'd like it to be a lot tighter. And I don't know what this would cause because it's conjunct with Uranus here. It shouldn't cause much of anything. And then we'll go to the aspects to just see what's happening with the aspects. I think so. The moon is sextile Mercury, so that's one for the underdog as well. And the moon is trine Mars, and I think that's one for the favorite. Oh no, so there's 2 for the favorite. Sorry, 2 for the underdog. But okay, so when you're setting it up, the favorite gets the first house right here. Hopefully the wind. I have wind cross breezing right now, so hopefully it's not peaking the microphone. But so the favorite gets this house, and the underdog gets this house, the 1st and the 7th. And then Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. Because they're Lord 1 and Lord 7 already, you just drop them. We're not going to operate with these guys. And also, the dispositor of fortune is Mercury as well. So that might be good for the underdog. It's not in the book, but it could be. So I'm going to just do this formally how I normally do it because I like to reference these, and I remove the stupid sound that it makes when you take a picture. So I can do these streams and not annoy everyone. Okay, live stream. So what were you guys on? Share with me in the chat. Who are you guys on in the Cubs game, and who are you guys on in the Blue Jays game here? And I'll just write this out. Give me a like, please, as well, so that maybe more people will see this. I want to grow this to the point where I can make money off of YouTube, and then just live stream all my plays and have my Discord just like whoever's in there. Once they get to a certain point, then they're in there, and it's just private after that. I did make a Discord because I want to do like just like a plain decoded show where I talk about other things, and then people can join that Discord and then call in and stuff. I think that could be fun. So Sagittarius rising, and I can't spell Sagittarius. I have problems with double letter words. Moon is outside the DSC, meaning descendant, and that's it. That was at, what did I say? That was at 1 degree 37 minutes. So yeah, this is like the Pirates game yesterday. The moon is a little bit further away than I would want it to be. And I'm going to just search. I'm going to search it just to double check. Show us how you determine who's going to hit. Hit what? Hit the ball or what? I don't know what you mean. A transit? You want me to do a prop? Okay, well, I'll do that 1 second. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, 1 second. I'm just going to search this and then I'll do that. Okay, let's look for Sagittarius. Did I write Sagittarius? Virgo, Leo. Hopefully one day you can like integrate ChatGPT into the Discord, and then so this was yesterday. Moon was outside the DSC, so it looks good for the underdog. I wish it was closer though. It's within the range that it's supposed to be, but I wish it was closer. Let's see what happened here. Gemini, I was reversing Gemini before. Who was favorites? The Red Wings were favorites, so it hit here. And how far away was it? I didn't reverse this one. See how tight it is here? It's way tighter. It's right on it. That's my only concern, because what can happen is that they delay the pitch and then it gets pulled away. But we'll just stick with this Rangers money line, and let me know if you guys had Rangers before. Okay, so Clean Music wants me to do a transit. So let's do that. Let's do that. So I'm going to look at the Rangers because I expect them to win. So from here, I just look for the transit chart option, click that. And then the date of birth is going to be the date of birth of the team, and the transits for today. And the time is off. They changed the time. I don't know why. Okay, and then I just got to pull up the birthday for the Rangers, and I have that in my phone. So bear with me while I pull that up. Wednesday, October 25th, 1960. Oops, I'm changing the wrong one. Oh boy, 16. At what time? 3:01 p.m. Oh, good. In Arlington, Texas. Okay, so here's the transit chart for the game. Okay, and then the birth planet is the team's birth planet, and these are the transiting planets of the day. And then I always look at the bottom because these are the fastest moving. Like this Pluto square the sun, it's going to be ongoing for a really long time. Everything near the top is slow moving, so it doesn't really make a difference. So you want something that's kind of tight and that it's not going to be there tomorrow, because that means its last chances to happen today. So we have the sun conjunct Uranus, the birth of Uranus. That's 1 degree. So conjunctions are pretty good. Uranus is left field. The sun is right field. It's applying, so we have applying. We want that. You want it to be a little bit faster though. So the moon is square the ascendant. So the moon moves really fast, and the moon is the catcher. So we could have some action from the catcher today. It moves fast and it's square the ascendant. And then we'll go down here. And then we have the transiting MC. So that will be, where is that at? Where's the transiting MC? I can't pick it out right now. It's somewhere in here. Where's the transiting MC? Is it not showing it? There's the VX, so where's the MC? 22 degrees Virgo. It's limiting me in this view, I think. Okay, here's the IC, and here's the MC. So the transiting MC is sextile Mercury, the natal Mercury. Right here. Wait, no. Right here. So here's the MC, and it's sextile this Mercury? How's that possible? That doesn't have a line. It's at 23 degrees in 50 minutes. And the transiting MC is at 23. Okay, so it is. So the pitcher might have a good game, because this is a harmonious aspect. So let's just pull up the lineup. Patrick Corbin, he's 6-8. Eric Lawler is 7-2. Doesn't Toronto equal 73? Or doesn't Blue Jays equal 73? No, it's 72 I'm thinking about. All right, let's put this guy's name into this. Patrick Corbin. What's his over on case? What is the offer for his case? Let me just go to my app, my Bet365 app, see what its offers. What are they offering? Patrick Corbin over 3.5 is plus 100. I don't know. Is that seems like he's on 97K. So 4 would be 101. Oh, look at that. His IP. What does that mean again? Because that's Toronto equals 117. I'm not sure what IP means. What's going on here? Can't see. How's it big? What's happening? Oh, yeah. Innings pitched. Wow, he's pitched 117 innings coming to this game. That's interesting. I think he's going to go over K's then, because that's like a pretty big sink. Why would they have that sink? See, Toronto equals 117 here. That's in the standard thing, and he's at 117 innings pitched. Is to get 97 Ks or 94 Ks. Or sorry, he needs to get 101 Ks, so he needs 4 today. And he's got an aspect that's harmonious. So he could go over on K, so I'm going to put that. What's his name? Forgive me if this one doesn't come through, but I'm thinking that because they're going to, I assume they're going to win the game. And then he's got that nice transit right here. The MC is pretty important. Okay, and then we have Venus conjunct the ascendant. That's pretty good too. So that's the second baseman or the center fielder. Because it's right in the center. But it's hard to narrow it down when it's Venus because it's two spots. Too bad this wasn't 116 RBIs. All right, so yeah, this is how you do it. Basically, clean. You go like this. You get yeah, and you need to know the birthdays. And it's in that book I told you about. This game is still at nothing. Let's bring up a chart. Let's bring up the chart for this game. It's about to be 2 p.m. there. So when this crosses the DSC here, we might see some action. This game's been pretty, like, nothing's happening so far. So I'd imagine when this crosses, maybe the bottom of the fourth here, or the top of the fifth. Around 25 after. Around 25 after for this. So if you're watching this game, just know like around 25 after what happens. I'll probably be back at work at that point. Yeah, I'm gonna do the NFL. The NFL is a way harder though because in certain aspects, like it doesn't matter how much astrology a team has in their favor when another team is minus 500, right? So because if you think about it, like you could have a non-professional team play a professional team, and that non-professional team could have all the slight edge from the astrology in the world. They're never going to beat the professional team. So when you have the odds are like, say the San Francisco 49ers are playing some shitty team, like, I don't know, aren't the Giants not that good? And it's minus 500. And then the Giants have what I would consider in a baseball game an edge for them to win. It doesn't make a difference. They would have to have like three different aspects for me to even consider it. So usually I try to call this spread. Oh, run Pittsburgh. Let's see what happened. Let's see if I can find on the chart why they got to run. You got a home run. What time is it there? It is 2 p.m. basically. Okay, now what I do is I just look for something for a reason why they would have scored just now. And then so I'm just checking all the cusps and aspects to the part of fortune here. And then I see right here there's the Antisha. Wait, I can't really see any reason why there was a score. Sometimes they just happen. I have no idea. I have a feeling it's because of the fixed stars. So I'll just search 26. We have Algol. Algol was on Taurus. So where's Taurus? Algol is pretty important. Oh wow. So Algol was right here when they scored when the dog scored. That's interesting. Let me just make sure that makes sense again. Yeah, Algol is at 26:31, and when they scored, it was basically exactly 26:31 because it was 59 after one. Yeah, it's like exactly on there. So Algol is like hidden. These charts are hard to analyze on this website, so that's good to know. I'm going to go back to Algol. So Algol, like of the fixed stars, what I've been told to watch for the most is Algol, Regulus, Sirius. What was the other one? I think just those three. But they all could be important. I just don't have that documented very much. But that's interesting. Yeah, that Algol, they scored right when Algol happened, like immediately on the cusp here. You can show the fixed stars. Let's see. Well, maybe they got rid of it. They've been making changes on here. That's really interesting, though. I'm happy that I saw that. So Algol could potentially cause a score. But yeah, when NFL is like in full swing, like I'll be into NFL for sure. All right, let's look at a different game. Wait, I know that Clean wants me to look at the transits. I'll look one more time. So we got the pitcher. I think he's going to go over on K's. Venus, that's the second baseman or the center fielder for the Rangers. They could have a good game. The problem with that is that it's two people, and I would have to decode. I would have to decode it with gematria to really figure it out. So, and then we had the Sun conjunct Uranus, so right fielder and left fielder, and then Mercury is square Neptune. That's the first baseman, and then I just got to make sure that this isn't an ongoing thing. So I'm going to go to the next day. I'm going to set it ahead to make sure that it's not something that's ongoing. Because if it's ongoing, then doesn't have a it doesn't have like a time limitation. See how the Sun is conjunct Uranus still? So that's the following day. So you can throw that one out. They could still occur, but I can't limit the time. Mercury is square Neptune. So and it still will be tomorrow. So the only really thing I can think of is the pitcher and the center fielder or the second baseman. All right, so we'll leave that for now, and then I'll look at the next game. If I had time, I would. If I was a single guy and a young man, like I would spend all my time doing this, and I would decode with gematria at the same time, and I would try to make this like more than just a part-time thing. And that would be awesome if I could actually do that too. So Washington, we have the moon is square the part of fortune. That's one for the underdog. And see this right here, but that's Lord 10, so that's one for the favorite. So it's kind of even right now. And then overall, what's the undertone here? Isn't Scorpio? The moon is trine Mars. And so that's going to be in the same, in these, all these games are going to be the same. So what separates it? I don't know. It looks like I'm going to have to go Phillies here. Especially if the moon square tends to go to the favorite anyway. Moon square lord, moon square lord, moon square. Moon square POF. Ignore that one. Moon square POF, very close. I went with the Padres. I went with the favorite. Mercury was retrograde, and so was Saturn. Hmm. Hey, what's up, John? I'm going to find another example. Moon square POF. This was a few days before. So it looks like the squares have gone to the favorite, actually. So I think we're going to stick with the Phillies on this one then. Bottom of the second. What time did I say that? What time did I say that the moon was crossing in Chicago? Okay, I gotta go here, but let me just. So we're going with the Phillies here as well. Toronto's about to start, and we're going. So we got Rangers and Phillies, and I think Cubs are going to win this game too. But it's still far away. Okay, so if you like what I do and you want to support me and take this to the next level, you can just join my Discord. And the plays that aren't here, like I'm gonna try to do the other plays. If I get my work done earlier, I'm gonna put up more plays, and that'll be just exclusively in my Discord. So that's patreon.com/plaindecoded. Thanks for watching. Please like, sub, and share. And my goal is to one day to have like a really nice setup, like have music, have uh, like have it look better. I want to use a different program. I don't want to use this one, and I just want to have like a whole cool setup to have fun. 1-1. Let's see what was their score. This game is like on some secret scoring right now. Where's the 23-27? There could be some quincunxing going on or not. Let me put some quincunx on. Quincunx. I see no quincunxes. I have no idea where they scored, but I'm not going to search it out. But I do think that there should be a score when this crosses. Let me remind myself what time that was. I think I said 25 after. Yeah, 25 after. So I don't know what Uranus is going to do, if it's going to neutralize this or help it. because Uranus is supposed to help the favorite, but likely there's going to be a score here. And then here come the Cubs. Okay, I'm going to end the stream. Thanks for watching. Hopefully the mic is a little bit better because I can see that I got up in the yellow. AI told me it should be up in the yellow every time I talk. Okay, take care.